Is English football what you expected?
Tout à fait. Je crois que football anglais.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just what I expected. People had spoken to me about English football before. It's very direct, it's very physical, and what's more, and I think this is one of the reasons why it's so popular and why the people like it, it's a very attacking style of play. You see a lot of goals for that reason.
L'Angleterre voit beaucoup de buts, les spectateurs, et qu'ils apprécient ce jeu-là, quoi.
And therefore, is it harder for you as a defender to play in English football than in other leagues?
Un petit peu plus, je crois que bon.
I think, yeah, life is a little bit more difficult for a defender than it is to be an attacker in this country. Everyone's happy when you score, and if you're a defender who happens to score as well, that's even better. But because of the attitude, the offensive attitude of all the teams in this country, it's tougher. It's a tougher life as a defender. People are happy when you score goals, but they're not quite so happy when you let them in.
Ils sont tournés vers l'offensive. Se joue de la même façon qu'en Europe.
You wouldn't think that when you've got 11 against 11 that football, you know, just because we're in Ireland here in England, could differ that much from football in Europe. However, the mentality of football in England is a lot different. If you compare it to Italy, if you get a score 1-0, everyone shuts up shop. People are happy with a 1-0 victory in Italy because that's the mentality of how the Italians play. It's a much more tighter game and you keep what you've got. However, here, the football's much more end-to-end. You see lots of goals. The general atmosphere of the game, I think everyone enjoys it, both supporters and players, but I've got to say it's probably a lot more enjoyable for a forward than for a defender, and I'm a defender, so let's not forget that. And then again, off the field, I think there are a lot of differences. What's impressed me about life off the field here in England is that people respect footballs a lot more, both in your profession, in the press and media, and also the fans. You can walk down the street in England without being sort of approached. I think in Spain and in particular in Italy, people, the press and the general public feel that they own you and you are just part of their lives and you have to sort of do this, that and the other, whereas here you are left alone a lot more, you can get on with your life a lot more, so that's another aspect where the two sort of football lifestyles are different, both on and off, and that's something that I like.
Your pre-match routine with Fabien you used to do for France, was it a good look thing when he kissed him on the head? And if it was, does he need to start it again?
Non, mais personne. Il n'y a que moi et Fabien. Pourquoi?
I don't think you'll see it happening again, but I can assure you it's no great shakes. It is something fairly banal, fairly mundane, which is just literally kept secret between ourselves. Neither the media or any of our colleagues in France know what was happening. Oh, sure, everyone grabbed hold of it, and it was like given huge coverage all throughout every section of media. But neither in England nor in France, no one really knows what it's about, apart from Fabien and myself, and that's how it's got to stay.